What's up, guys? This is Nick at Stridewise.com, where we look at casual, durable menswear and footwear. And I'm here with my good friend Leonard at Benzak Denim Developers in Amsterdam, Holland, the Netherlands. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
We are here to talk about how to care for your raw denim. Benzak sells all manner of raw denim and other traditional, classic, durable, casual menswear stuff. And off the bat, making it clear, this is not how to wash raw denim. If you wanted to know about that, you would have looked up how to wash raw denim. Leonard has actually written a really thorough guide to washing raw denim in the description below, if that's what you're here for. What we want to talk about is kind of everything else about owning your raw denim. You wear it in for a few weeks, you've gotten a bit softer. Like, what else should you know about making sure your very nice purchase doesn't go to waste, right? I'm out in the rain, my jeans get wet. I come home, what do I do?
Well, first of all, don't worry. Once you get home, just take off the jeans, hang them to dry, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine, actually.
Should I put them in the drying machine?
No. Never do that.
Anti-dryer. I've heard people say when your jeans are wet, they should line dry in the shade. They think direct sunlight all day is bad for them.
Well, unless you hang them to dry for half a year, you'll be fine. I mean, a little bit of sunlight won't harm them. Actually, they might even dry faster.
Oh, and since we're talking about wet denim, and this is more about how to care for everything else you own, if your jeans are wet, they will probably bleed.
Not only when they're wet, also when they're dry.
Yes.
So that is a very, very important thing to always remember, especially when your jeans are still unwashed in their raw state. They tend to bleed a lot more than a pair of jeans that has already been soaked before. So always watch out for white chairs, couches, light colored furniture. If you don't want to get your white socks or your white underwear to get blue, don't wear raw denim or switch to dark colors because you will get some indigo transfer on there.
A lot of the big scary rules and warnings that you get around raw denim mostly apply to it when it's newer, before you've washed it once or twice. Like, once you've washed it a couple of times, it's easier to wash it with other clothes. It's less likely to have dye transfer on stuff, and the whole thing becomes like less of a headache. So a lot of like the big scary warning signs around raw denim, it's more about when it's new. The whole thing gets
it's in the beginning.
Right.
When you're at the point there like this, there's no bleeding anymore. At least not on your furniture. Doesn't happen.
What if I have bled mayonnaise onto my jeans? What if I need to spot clean them?
The thing that you need to do then is you can spot clean it, but be careful. Don't go like try to rub it out, because what you will do is you will get like a wet sponge and you will rub on the indigo and you will rub it right off. What you can do instead is grab that same sponge, make it wet, and just like tap it like that.
Is that getting it off?
Yes, because what you will do, if it's like a lukewarm water, the water will sort of flush it out, basically. It's the same when you have a wine stain on on your shirt, for example. You have to put it under running water. Don't rub it in. You literally rub it in and it won't come out.
It sounds like the solution is like take off your jeans so that you can run water through it.
Yeah,
because that's
even
an
better.
easier way to clean it.
But
if you're doing this,
if you're in a restaurant, you can't do that. If it doesn't come out,
might be time to wash it.
It's denim. Used to be work clothes. They can take a little bit of water.
I had a raw denim jacket. The first day that I wore it, I got shot on by a bird, and that's actually really hard to get out of your denim. And I just got it home, and I was just scrubbing it, and now I have like it looks like stone washed right here.
That's what I mean.
Another thing that happens when you wear your jeans, holes. How do you avoid getting holes in your jeans? And how do you avoid crotch blowouts, which is where holes usually happen?
So preventing holes, and especially the crotch blowouts, is a very maybe controversial answer, because washing your jeans is the best way to reduce or postpone those blowouts.
Yeah, because that it eats away at the fibers and stuff of it, right?
Yes, yeah. So
yeah, we're not talking about we're not saying you have to wash your jeans every time you wear them, but there are a lot of guys who will go a full year without washing their jeans, and those kinds of guys are very famous for getting holes and blowouts faster than other people.
Washing will not only get the dirt out, but it also restabilizes the fibers, basically.
Guys wearing jeans that are too tight for them is a contributor to crotch blowouts.
Too tight or also too loose. It's too tight, then there's too much tension. when it's too tight. When it's too loose, there's too much excess fabric in the crotch that can...
It braids itself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So wear your right size.
If I fall down the stairs, I get a hole in my knees. What's the best way to go about fixing that?
Really depends on the type of hole, but darning is a really nice technique where you basically sort of weave a new piece of fabric into the hole. There are people really specialized in those kind of things. You can also put a patch behind it and like sew it. You can do like a sashiko kind of repair stitch. The hole itself, see it as like a part of the whole journey. Maybe the same with the bird poo on your jacket. Just embrace it.
I feel like when it comes to fixing a hole, the balance of effective and accessible, it's probably darning, because that's probably something your neighborhood alterations and repairs place can do, right? Like it's pretty normal.
Darning is, if it's properly done, you need a specific machine.
Most dry cleaners can do that for you? No?
They can do it, but they need to put a piece of other cloth behind it to close the hole. A darning machine can do that without external fabric.
Or how often should you take a break from wearing your jeans? In the world of boots, at least, like boots are really, really durable. But paradoxically, if you wear them every day, then they won't last as long because they need like a day to sort of air out your body funk and moisture and stuff. Is it a similar thing with jeans? Is it ideal to give them a day of wear, or is this overnight fine?
That's fine. Overnight is fine. It's more a matter of, do you wear them every day because you want to get quick fading results? I mean, if you want to have a pair of jeans that looks like this, you need to wear them every day for 2 years, and then you get this. But it doesn't really make a difference for the quality of the fabric or anything. If you would skip a day, that doesn't really matter.
When you're not wearing them, should you hang them up to air out, or is it okay to leave them on the floor?
How about fold them and put them in your cupboard?
Letting air pass through them, kind of thing. Is that
That really depends on if they smell or not. I mean, if they do tend to smell a bit because you've already been wearing them for 5 months straight without washing, then occasionally hang them in the bathroom while you take a shower, so let it steam a little bit. Will absolutely help to freshen them up a little bit.
Yeah. Leaving your jeans folded up, does that affect the fades? Can you get a creasy little fade there?
In my experience, no.
Huh.
No.
Okay.
No, because you don't really have a very strong fading line here.
What about, I just did a video with a very fancy clothes hanger company in London. They told me all about the different kinds of clothes hangers, and they said the heavier your fabric is, the more you don't want to let it hang on a wire hanger.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a small surface area, it's more liable to kind of, I don't know, punch into the fabric a bit. So if you've got heavy jeans, bad idea to fold them over a wire hanger? What do you think?
No, I don't think this is necessarily the case for denim. It's a woven fabric. I think this applies more to knit fabrics. A garment like this, it's not necessarily bad if it's like a heavyweight or a lightweight fabric.
If it's a day and I'm going to be sweating a lot, like should I avoid wearing my thick denim? Putting aside my comfort level, like should you try not to sweat as much as humanly possible in doing?
If you're looking at comfort,
why not?
You're not, then
longevity
doesn't matter. In that case, if you're looking for really sick fades, wear them.
Yeah, those Southeast Asians get some good.
You know how those jeans look. When you go on the Instagram, you check all those accounts. It's insane what those guys achieve in only 6 months. And that's because of the warmth, the humidity, the climate over there.
That's so funny. But are there any practices out there that you see that people should avoid with their raw denim? I don't know. Some people put their jeans in the freezer to help them stink less. There's a million and one different kind of quirks of the community. Plenty of them are just harmless. There are any of them actually decreasing the longevity of their jeans.
One of the things that I can think of that I see, especially like getting recommended online a lot, which I would never recommend, is that buy your jeans too tight, thinking that they will like stretch out to like a perfect fit. Yes, denim is able to stretch. It might stretch out in the end, but stretching out denim that much will also damage it. When you buy a pair of jeans, and when we talk about Sanvorized jeans, so jeans that typically shrink maybe maximum of 3%, not more, after a first wash, buy them as comfortable as you can.
You know, lately my philosophy has been, yeah, buy them snug but not tight. And if they stretch more than you wanted them to, you can take them to the alterations place and get the waist taken in a little bit. Well, yeah, what do you can remember?
If you wear a belt, it will stay in place.
All right, that's our video on how to care for raw denim. Let us know in the comments if we forgot anything. Also, Benzac Denim Developers is a very cool company here in Amsterdam, and they have their guide for how to wash raw denim in the description below. There's an article of this video in the description below as well on my site, and I'm going to add to it any extra tips that you guys might have. So I'm going to keep updating that. Check out Benzac Denim and subscribe here if you just went up here for more stuff on casual, durable menswear and footwear. And we'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye.